To bring in now my first guest, California Congressman and Air Force veteran Ted Lieu. Congressman, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. You wrote an op-ed yesterday saying that you yourself have been a victim of the same kind of attacks as Congresswoman Omar has this week, despite the fact that you are a military veteran and a sitting member of Congress. Can you talk about that?
Thank you, Philip, for your question. I'm an immigrant and I served on active duty in the United States military because I love America. Yet throughout my life, I've had people tell me to go back to China or Japan or North Korea, and it hurts whenever someone does that. And I think the president and the Republicans have grossly underestimated how many people in America have experienced that racist insult. We're all going to vote, and I predict that in 2020, we're going to have a Dem wave just like we had in 2018.
You said it hurts, but can you expand on your feelings that when you hear that type of language coming from anyone, let alone our president?
Absolutely. It makes me feel like I don't belong in this country. It makes me feel like I'm part of this group of people that aren't the same as U.S. citizens, that somehow I'm a second-class citizen. And look, Republicans and the president last year ran on a campaign of xenophobia and hate against migrants. They've now morphed that into a campaign of hate against immigrants, saying that we should leave America or go back to our country if we disagree with the president. That is going to not only divide our country, but really turn immigrants against the Republican Party. Democrats ran on health care. We're running again on health care. And that's the message that's going to prevail in 2020. And again, I do think that Republicans are fighting a losing battle, doubling down on the same exact campaign slogan they lost in 2018 over.
What advice would you give to Congresswoman Omar or anyone else really who has been told to go back to your country?
First, what you should do is remind the people that tell you that America is our home. I'm an immigrant and served on active duty, and this is the only country I've ever known. I grew up watching Bugs Bunny and Superman, and I like hot dogs and apple pie. And for people to look at me and assume that I'm not of this country really is hurtful. And I think so many people have now experienced that. And you just saw a video go viral today from Erica Thomas. She's a Georgia elected official who was told to go back from where she came. And I think we're seeing a lot of people experiencing that insult. And again, we're all going to take action, and we're going to vote in 2020.
Other than the president, you said in your op-ed, you do say that you felt optimistic about how the rest of the country views people who have come here from other places.
Absolutely. Again, when the Republicans ran on building the wall last year and Democrats ran on health care and anti-corruption, we won. And now, even though we've had 2.5 years of the Republican Party and Donald Trump attacking immigrants, being xenophobic, we see that immigration is now at 75% support among Americans. We know we now have the highest number of foreign-born folks in America than ever before. It's a record high. And a Pew Research report showed that in coming decades, 88% of America's growth will come from immigrants. So the president cannot stop this demographic change, and it's clear that the overwhelming majority of Americans support immigrants.
Congressman Ted Lieu, thank you so much for taking time today.
Thank you.